Hey there, this is Dusty Thunder, and I have another Reddit story for you. This one is from the mother-in-laws from hell and is called Mother-in-Law Refuses to Give My Engagement Ring Back. A little backstory. My husband and I first got together when I was 16 and he was 19. We had our share of breakups and back together and so forth. Our breakups had a lot to do with my family mistreating him and me having a lot of abandonment issues that I did not know how to work through. 2 years into our relationship, he saved up $2,000 and bought a beautiful ring and proposed. However, he was going through something mentally and was struggling with anger, and I was still very immature, leading to our last breakup 2 months later. When we broke up, I gave him the ring back. He wanted to pawn it, but his mother said, "You guys always get back together. I'll buy it off of you and give it back to her when you get back together." So she bought it for $400. She also resized it to her finger and began to wear it. Okay. That's a red flag if I ever heard one. She's wearing the engagement ring. Oh my God. Fast forward, we got back together 4 months later. I was in therapy and he cut off some real toxic friends. I knew she was wearing my ring and I made comments about it, but she just laughed it off. Fast forward to me being 23 and my husband 26. We are in an awesome place in our relationship, haven't broken up since the last time 5 years prior. He wanted to propose again. I told him I wanted my ring back. His mother said she would give it back for $600. I told her we didn't have the funds right now if she would do $200. She refused. So we decided to finance a cheap $800 ring from Kay's. We have now been married for 2 years and to this day, his mother still wears my ring. Am I wrong for still wanting it back? He worked so hard to get me that ring and it's a ring I could only dream of. I've heard some messed up mother-in-law stuff, but mother-in-law wearing the bride's ring as her own and having it resized, that takes the cake. That is a wedding cake taker right there. Okay, so you've been married for 2 years. Don't let her see your wedding dress. She'll have it altered and she'll start wearing that around too. I don't understand any of it. She didn't see it as a symbolic thing at all. Maybe she just saw it as a ring and she was like, "Hey, it's a cool ring. I think I'll wear it." No. Okay. She said, "I'll buy it off of you and give it back to her when you get back together." Bought it for $400, then resized it and then started wearing it. When they got back together and they said they wanted it back, she tried to sell it to him for a profit. She tried to sell it for $600. She said she'd give it back and then she tried to make a profit off of it because she didn't want to give it back. She wanted to keep wearing it. No, OP, you are not wrong for wanting the ring back. However, and there was another post that we did about this recently, and that was about a ring that was like a grandmother's ring or something like that. This couple had broken up after he proposed. He ended up later marrying someone else who was crazy. That ended, and then the original OP and this guy got back together, and she didn't want the ring because the ring she thought would like bring the bad vibes of that crazy relationship into it. And there was a lot of talking comments about objects carrying memories or carrying auras or carrying vibes or any of that. So maybe OP, you don't want the ring because maybe it comes with more than that symbolism of when he worked so hard and saved up. Because think about the time in your life too. Whenever that was going on, you guys were in a really volatile place. It's actually from a negative era in your relationship and in your life. And now mother-in-law's been wearing it around all this time. I'm sure there isn't a lot of positivity packed into that ring for her to pass along with it, and she wants to charge you a $200 premium. So I'm just saying that there's a whole lot more negative that comes with that ring than positive. So I don't care if it's a nice ring. Pass. I get it, I understand, but I think she's tainted the ring. Now she's like Smeagol.
Give it to us, my precious. They tried to trick us, tricksy hobbitses.
No, I wouldn't want that ring here. That is a lot of ick. Lots of ick. Loads of ick. $2,000 worth of ick that you could buy for $400 and then sell for $600. It's been resized though. You got to pay to have it resized again. You know,